The massive slowdown of China and the weakening of the economies of developed markets are clear signs of the impact not just of rate hikes, but also of the backlash of stimulus plans. If we look at what has happened with commodities since rate hikes started, it is impressive to see how the U-turn in the trend for most commodities has been almost immediate, which shows how the elevated prices of many commodities had a lot to do with monetary policy. The moment that interest rates start to go up, there is less money going to relatively scarce assets. And the round trip of freight charges, the round trip of oil, the round trip of even food prices, with the Ukraine invasion still going on, are showing that the China slowdown and monetary policy tightening may work in terms of disinflationary pressures. However, the slowdown of China is temporary, and it's very likely that when it starts to open, now that about 25% of its GDP is in some form of lockdown, when it starts to open, it will radically change that trend of consumption. Not just consumption for ordinary purposes, activity, etc., but consumption for financial purposes, like, for example, collateral for loans and direct financial investment. So, that is also a monetary phenomenon, and that is also why we need to defend rate hikes going to a level in which real rates are positive, but also the reduction of the balance sheet of central banks, which is literally yet to happen in a meaningful way. So, in essence, what we need to understand is that inflationary pressures will come from a monetary factor, much more money going to scarce assets created by the recovery of the financial and credit demand in China, and also a monetary phenomenon is what is driving currently commodity prices down. But it's not enough, and we need to continue to support rate hikes to real positive levels, and certainly the balance sheet reduction of central banks, because if not, persistent inflation and stagnation means what we have been talking for months, which is the risk of stagflation.